subscriptions. Okay, so it's like a lot of people that listen to my voice. So
I hear you. It's one more than four.
listen, can count this high. Okay. So welcome everybody. Andy's our new addition. He's replacing Seven, although he's not replacing Seven. He's new and improved Seven. I'll be incorporating him later. Yes, I'll be incorporating him into the story at a later point. But okay, so to make things easier, I'm going to give a quick recap of last week to get us to the point we're in now. Okay, so last week you guys found yourself in a cave. Nathan had just face smacked the evil cultist who was, sacrificing ritual thing. You guys were chilling. You went to sort of start to leave the cave. You heard a vicious scream, and there you found this giant goat-looking sort of evil thing. You managed to kill it, although Gerald got knocked down pretty hard. But it's okay. He's stabilized, and you guys were managed to find the 5 captives that were there, free them. You returned back to the caravan. You dumped the crap goods from the merchant's van. You brought them to Everlook, to the town, where you meandered. You were paid for your services. While there, Matcha turned into a green horse, which was kind of cool. And the captain of the guard, after hearing your story, begged for you to look into these matters, as they've been hearing that the other people have gone missing in the surrounding area. And if you guys wanted to help, there might be a reward involved for you, should you be able to bring back any kind of evidence or information on the disappearances that have been happening to the towns surrounding Everlook. Okay. Buckholz and everyone else did some shopping and walked around, and Buckholz found a forge that he could work under. It's going to cost him some gold to rent it out, but not a whole lot. You finished your day by heading back slowly to the Lucky Lady, where you guys decided that you would rejoin at the tavern and culminate for your day. And that is sort of where we ended last game. And you guys were able to, based on the bandits you killed in the cave and everything else, the goat creature, you have managed to level up to level 3. Nathan, did you open what was in the box? Remind me.
Have you opened? And there was some note or some complex drawings written in infernal, I believe it was.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You had the symbol. That's right. You had this thing here. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So you guys all head back. You guys are now inside the Lucky Lady, near the end of your day. What are you guys doing? Painting in the tavern.
Yep, painting in the tavern. All the drunk people wanting a story. I'm just in the back corner painting the hell goat beast thing.
That's right. Okay.
And
so
Nala's final strike on it.
Very cool. It's a rowdy tavern. There's quite a lot of people in there. Yeah. So what do you guys do?
All right. Is there anyone performing?
Not now. It's an empty stage.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up to the counter.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm basically just trying to find like the owner or someone who works there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to make this my regular gig spot.
Okay, so there is a barmaid behind the bar, I'd say mid-50s, sort of older looking, sleeves rolled up, in the swing of things, boss people around a little bit, telling them table here, table there, calling out food orders, sort of just running the place behind the bar right now.
Yes, are you the owner of this establishment?
Yes, lad, what do you want?
I was thinking you might need of entertainment. I am a bard.
And I have a stage. Help yourself, Massey, I'm busy. you're free to perform if you'd like. If you keep people entertained for a while, maybe I'll show you some coin. But we don't typically pay for entertainment. But you're happy to give it a try.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna go and just proceed to go to the stage, I guess.
Sure.
And as he goes to the stage, I'm gonna say to him, "Give him a hell of a show," and I'm gonna cast guidance on him.
Okay. Cool. Are you gonna perform?
Yeah, I thought you would want to let someone else do a few things, or I can go right now if you want.
It's up to you. Is anybody else doing anything else before before Gerald gets on stage and starts to perform? Nobody?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Performance.
let's go.
All right, so
Make a performance roll if you're going to perform.
all right,
See what you got.
that's a +4 on top of that, so that's a 25 total.
So you get plus.
Let me roll the d4. Sorry, yeah, guidance gives me a d4, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
It's all good.
So let's see what I got.
Okay, so that's a 22. Okay, not bad. So you get on stage. What are you performing? What's your like? You gonna tell a tale? What are you doing?
I'm just gonna sing, and then whenever I'm done singing, I'm gonna ask the people what they want from me. I can either tell jokes, in an extreme interactive story, or it's a joke story. I know I had a third one planned.
Okay. So,
Or a song.
Gerald gets on stage and pulls out his lyre. Lyre, right?
Yeah.
Pulls out his lyre and starts performing. He starts to tell the tale of their epic fight with the crocodile goat demon. It's good. Like he's like going super fast and just and you sort of get into it, right? You're really, for whatever reason, you feel like this is the show, and you sort of like you're focusing really hard. Everyone sort of is getting sort of really focused on your show. It's really quiet, and all of a sudden, you kind of take hold of your surroundings, and the room's gotten really dark, and you're not actually in the inn anymore, Gerald. You're by yourself, sitting on a stool, surrounded by like the forest, and there's birds, and there's like tons of little flowers and these big ass sort of trees, and there's this little girl with a hat sitting down, and as you notice her, she starts to clap.
Thank you.
It was really quite good, I do say. Very impressive. I've been watching you. And she, stands up and starts to walk closer to you, and you notice that instead of legs, she has little goat hooves. And as her hat adjusts, you see little sort of curly horns in her sort of like very red, golden-ish hair, with flowers in her hair under the hat and everything else like that. And she sort of looks at you and goes, "Little seed, I've been watching you for quite a while, and you interest me greatly. For one of such that comes from such destruction, you're quite lovely. Your music is beautiful."
Thank you. I guess you know my name at this point. What is yours?
My name? She giggles. You can call me Thaya.
Thaya.
Thya. Dark times? Yeah, go ahead.
I'm just trying to write this down. You can go ahead and continue.
Yeah. Dark times are ahead. what you saw today was the start of something greater. And I think you'd be the perfect seed for me to grow. I can teach you many a thing. I can teach you our ways with helps that maybe you'll shed some light on some of the darkness.
Teach me in the ways of what?
Well, the ways of song, the ways of nature, the ways of the Fae folk. Are you interested in learning our songs?
Yes. Very excited. Thank you.
Well, sit back and I'll play a song for you.
Excited.
So she sits back and you sit back. She pulls out a flute and starts to sort of slowly play a song for you. And it's sort of, you listen to it and it's sort of like you start to really sort of understand it, sort of almost like it's getting ingrained in your mind. Like as she plays it, you just know how to do it. Like you're just getting it from her. And as the song ends, you sort of fade back to black and you hear this giggling in the corner of your ear. And she says, "I'll see you again soon, little seed." And you look up and right at that point, sort of, it would be the end of your song. Everyone starts to clap. They're impressed. And you're kind of dazed and you don't really know. You're kind of disoriented because you're now back in the tavern, sitting there. It seems like a lot of time has passed for you. And yet, what looks like a fraction of a second has gone by for everyone else. And your song ends there.
Okay. So I guess crowd's reaction is good.
Oh yeah, everyone's like hooping and hollering. You're kind of disoriented. You don't know what you kind of are taken aback by it. The song that she played for you is kind of in the back of your head. You hear it. You can't quite recall it, but you seem to get the gist of it. If you focused on it a little bit more, practiced it, you could maybe get something from it.
Okay.
Anybody else doing anything before you guys settle down for the night? You guys have secured rooms at the inn for the night.
I'll go buy a round of pints for everyone and ask the bartender. I'll try to talk to people at the bar.
Okay. So Sarah, and you're trying to talk to people at the bar? Absolutely. There's quite a few people. It's actually a pretty busy night. This bar seems to be pretty hopping tonight, especially with the music. Seems quite a people were sort of drawn in as Gerald played. So, there's quite a few patrons. A bunch of sort of I wouldn't say this is like a fancy. This isn't where like the nobles would be, but there's some like well-to-do like laborers and like people that sort of like merchants and things like that in the area, sort of drinking, laughing, coercing, that kind of thing. Anything you particularly looking for? Anybody, any kind of like person type that you're looking for in general, or just talking to anybody?
Just anyone.
Okay.
Oh, and probably gonna buy a round of drinks for the group.
Okay. So you buy a round of drinks. Everyone's kind of having a good time. You're telling stories. Gerald, you're still performing, sort of doing your thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like Gerald is just going on throughout this. He's playing like super like, super well. Everyone's like really getting into it. It's starting to get more and more packed as things sort of, people start hearing this awesome music being played. People don't know what's going on. They come in, they see this giant like guy in there with Fabio hair sort of unnaturally blowing in the wind for whatever reason as he's playing.
Okay. I'll ask the bartender. Well, besides for the drinks, ask him about if he knows about anyone in town looking for help.
Anyone looking for help? Hey, what kind of help are you looking for, Lassie?
Work that requires a bit of muscle.
Bit of muscle. Well, if you be looking for lifting sandbags and moving supplies, quite a few people need that stuff around here. Lots of trade going through these parts.
Okay. Anyone looking for arcanic help?
You can check down. There's usually some people, I don't know, like looking for those kind of things, maybe in the more well-to-do district. Take a look around. Yeah, if you go down, there's a wonderful blacksmithing shop that deals in arcane goods. That always looking for help. I think it's Flynn's something. I forget the name. They're always looking for magical, nifty, arcane people. Check there out.
Okay. Can I take a look around the inn to see if I spot anyone, a bit odd?
It doesn't seem like there's a lot of different people. Make a perception check.
Okay.
So, there's a lot of different people. It's kind of hard to tell. There's a lot of drinking, a lot of coercing, that kind of stuff. One second. Okay. So, as you're looking around and seeing it, the door opens up, and for the first time you look over and you do notice somebody a little bit different walk in. You see this weird little creature come in, very sort of happy, red-nosed. Maybe I'll let Andy, why don't you describe yourself as you walk into the bar?
Sure. So you see a furbolg, gray skin, pink nose, pink ears, and he's not that little. He's actually about 7 foot, a little bit higher.
Okay.
It's tall, but it's a bit. He's like big in the sense that he's a little bit rotund. He's wearing something like armor, but it looks like there's chinks of chainmail. At the same time, there's pieces of wood covering like scrap around it as well. And he has a mace, but the mace is made of wood. But there's a huge rock at the end of it, and he has that on his backpack as well. He just walks in, stumbling around. Hi. Looks around. Is there like a tavern owner or anything?
Yeah. So as you walk in, you see there's a tavern. There's quite a lot there, and it's quite an odd. There's quite an odd scene. This is very packed. You see in one edge, you see this big Goliath lady drinking. There's a short, sort of red-haired, sort of blacksmith-looking dwarf in the corner. You see sort of a purple tiefling wearing like a purple shirt, sort of looking around, scouting the place out. A smaller sort of water Gensai sort of off to one side with this group of people. They seem to be sort of have gotten there and arrived together sort of deal. There's a very, very tiny little halfling sort of bouncing around drinking. And this Fabio-like looking Goliath playing lute. Like, imagine this giant ass Goliath playing this little lute with like really long hair, which is super odd because they typically don't have hair, but he's got this long sort of locks of hair that seem to be unnaturally blowing in the mist.
Oh, that's a lot of people. Is anybody here from the group looking for the demons? Oh, wait, used now. Is anybody here from the group who were looking for missing people and a demon in a cave of some sort?
Buckholz holds up his tankard. Aye, son.
Is that you?
That's the dwarf.
Oh, nice to meet you. My name is Dalen. I leave out my hand to shake hands.
You can call me Bucky.
Bucky. Nice to meet you, Bucky. I hope to actually join your group if possible. I'm kind of a cleric of sorts. Could be of some assistance.
It's a well-respected profession among my kin.
Oh, all right. Can I meet your group?
Anybody?
Yeah, like somewhere across the table, I'm just like, well, hello to you. Do you want to join the group? Well, grab a pint, and I turn into a badger and just go to town on my drink.
Oh. Interesting. And I pat the badger. Nice to meet you all. Hi. And I shake my hand. My name is Dalen.
Ray peeks out from behind her canvas for just like a moment to wave, and then she's like right back at work.
A little badger's gonna come out of my bag and peer curiously at the other badger at the table.
Oh, we have an animal farm here. How cute.
I'm gonna put down.
Oh, I just start wagging my tail inside of the other bag.
Oh, look, it's a mating season for the badger.
I guess I'm still on the stage.
You're still performing. You're like going to town. Like, I mean, you can take a break whenever you want and come join the people. You do see this giant, tiny but large. I'm going to stick with tiny, even though you're large, just because I decided that you were tiny in my head before I looked at your height.
7-foot tiny Fullbog.
Yeah. So you see this Fullbog sort of join the group, and he's sort of sitting there, sort of chatting away. So you can keep going, or you can join the group. It's up to you.
All right, I guess I'll just get down. This is a few minutes, and I guess meet this new guy talking to these other people I know.
All right. So the Fabio gets off stage and sort of walks over to where you're at.
Oh, hello.
All right,
one of your group as well, and I put my hand out to shake him.
Oh, nice to meet you. My name's Gerald the Elegant.
Joe Delican. Well, nice to meet you. My name is Dalen.
Yeah. Nice to meet you. So I
fabulous
noticed
voice.
you were talking to, I guess, my friends, and I mean, is he a part of us now, or?
He's paid to be our medic.
Paid to be our medic. Well, that's good, because of the last one, I kind of needed it. That was kind of a doozy.
Well, I tap him on the shoulder. Don't have to worry with me around. And I look around to the rest of the group. None of you will have to worry about falling down.
Aye, but can you stay standing? And I put a drink in front of you, and I gesture to mine, and I'm like, first one to the bottom wins.
Oh, sure.
I snatch my cup up, and I get a head start.
What's that? And I grab it and I just drink it as well.
Okay.
I have no idea what it is. I haven't had alcohol.
Are you guys racing?
You've never had alcohol.
No, I'm from the temple. So
this again.
Make a Constitution check.
Good.
Yeah, 14. All right. Now I'll make a Constitution check.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, so we're doing this again. Okay.
Well, I don't know. You guys started it.
Are we going to roll on the roosting table? I'm gonna wake up a wife tomorrow.
Oh shit! So Nala, as you start to drink, Nala just puts her head back and sort of does this thing with it. She unlocks her jaw bit and just downs the entire thing in about half a second.
I'm currently sniffing butts with that other badger.
Yeah, not just
It's gonna be a night.
Sarah, everybody's.
How does the alcohol taste like?
I don't know. I drowned in it.
It tastes it's kind of like it's meaty, it's bubbly. It seems like a pretty standard sort of ale for this place. It's kind of flavorful. You taste traces of hops in there. It's not bad for your. Is this your first time having booze?
Yeah, first time. So
Oh,
David's
yeah.
gonna put down his mug, and you see like a huge frost beard on his face, and it's like, fizzy. Very nice.
I slap you on the back. Good job. Good try.
Thank you.
So, Buggy,
Aye.
I mean, you know a lot about the magic and stuff, right?
I'd say so.
And maybe about, maybe, other things that aren't exactly like you and me.
Aye.
Okay, so I'm basically just gonna explain to him what was it? Her name's like Taya, right?
Yeah.
To Bucky. So basically, it was like, I saw something, just kind of a dream. I mean, do you want me to lie for was that a bluff or a deception?
Are you lying?
To be fair, our mic cut out when that scene happened, so
So he doesn't know. So
I
you.
saw it in a dream.
like as a player, I don't know, so you can say whatever you like.
I mean, you're like covered in runes, and that's I see. That's magical shit,
Aye.
I just lean over and start listening.
So it is, it's like an upper body like a human, like lower legs like that of a goat. It has like little curly horns for the head of a human. But he can talk like you and me.
Sounds like a demon. Is that the one that taught you how to melt people's faces?
No.
Well, you've got all kinds of strange friends.
It's something I just saw from a dream.
Ah.
So I just basically asked the whole entire group, is there anyone here who just knows about the magics and the mystical stuff of the world?
Can we roll for that based on his description?
Yeah, you can make a religion check.
Nice.
Yeah. Make a religion check.
Religion?
Yeah, let's do a religion check. Yeah, that makes sense.
I'll try one as well.
All right. So, Buckles.
Now you know.
Full over my head.
Yeah. So Buckles, what you seem to remember is this sounds like a fawn. Not necessarily evil in nature. They're actually kind of passive. They don't really sort of mess around with different things, but they definitely are described as having sort of a goat feet bottom with little horns. They tend to be like creatures of the woods and of music and of mystery. Based on your role, you know that they typically don't associate with people or gender generally, and they kind of sort of stick to their own. But sometimes they take interest in mortal things, and will pick random people and sort of follow them around and sort of grant them favors, and sort of like it's a fun thing for them to do.
Sounds like you've got the devil in you. Or close enough. One of those fae.
Fae?
Aye. You know those things what are related to the elves? Nasty beasts.
Okay. Well, thank you. Here, and I just give him my drink, because my character doesn't drink while he's performing.
Oh, right back.
So I'm just gonna go back up to the stage and just yell, "Does anyone want an encore?"
The crowd roars up in appraisal. You did such a great job that they just want more.
So I ask them, do they want to hear a story or jokes next?
They go with a story, and you proceed to roll another performance check as for your second performance of the night.
Gotcha.
Again, you go into this in-depth story with very, very precise details on and you're rhyming it as you go. You somehow you're like freestyle rapping the story of how well, you pick a story, whatever you want. You can tell the story of how you guys destroyed the beast in the cave, or you can just pick a random story of history.
You said I did that for the first performance already.
So you want to go something like historical, like...
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you recite some grand historical tale of the Merchant Kings first coming to this town. It's very popular with people, typically. The story of the Merchant Kings and how they bought their way to stabilize the country from, nothing to something, and everyone's super impressed. It's pretty epic.
As that's going on, Murray gets to a point her part that she needs a reference, so she goes up to Nala and she motions for her to lean down a bit because she's a short little halfling.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
She just looks deeply into her face before giving a thumbs up and handing her her tankard she had on the house before going back to her painting. She doesn't say a goddamn word.
I'm gonna come peer over at what you're doing. And what do I see?
You're gonna see a picture in works of, I think she has the Hell Beast down so far, but then she's trying to she's got your armor down, but she just wanted to make sure your face looks fine on the picture because she's
nice.
It's the final strike she's painting.
Okay. Before you do that, before you see this, I need Mare to make a performance check to see to see how good this actually looks, because she thinks it looks amazing, but
yeah, exactly. All right.
This might be like a stick man.
I mean, very much could be. Okay, so what? Because I have painter's tools proficiency. So
okay, so roll performance check with advantage.
With advantage, okay.
Or yeah.
Really?
Oh no!
That way, that would be great in another game.
So
it's a great finger painting.
It's kind of abstract.
Yeah.
You get that there's definitely something, lots of reds and darks and evil looking, and you are this silver shiny lots of muscles on top of muscles on top of muscles on top of muscles, just looks like a bunch of it's very abstract, let's put it that way. It's definitely not the worst thing you've seen, but it's okay. Yeah, it's kind of just it's very abstract. It's just in her mind. It looks exactly how it happened, but she was getting tossed about at the time, so maybe she's still a little bit shaken from what happened in the day, and her memory's a bit blurred.
Huh. Interesting interpretation. I like it. I like it. You should I'd like this if you're okay with giving it away.
Absolutely. Once it's dry, it's yours.
I can pay for it. This is worth good coin.
I'm more than happy to give it to you.
Excellent.
As the fun is going on, I want to have a conversation with that badger.
I think you could try. I don't think he has very much int.
No, he doesn't have. It's low int. So you know what? Make an animal handling check with advantage. Let's do that. Okay, yeah. I mean, you guys hit it off. The other badger talking about the cave and the giant thing he saw, and how he was the hero of the cave. He's very under the impression that he saved everyone's life that entire time, and he goes on to recount the amazing deeds he did throughout the adventure in the cave, and he's very excited about his day. Is what you get from him.
My badger is very egotistical.
Dalen's just gonna go up to the badger and just pat him oh my god, he's the hero. You're really you saved them all.
Right, so
I hope he understands me.
He understands you. The three of you are having a conversation now. Matcha's, you can also understand Matcha's sort of squeaking to you, and you guys
it's all in squeaks, but
yeah,
I mime everything.
Yeah. So like nobody else knows what the hell is going on, but you three are having one hell of a conversation. You heard this amazing story. Okay. So it starts to get late. You guys notice that it's sort of Gerald's second show finishes, and it's starting to get pretty late at this point. I mean, you guys traveled a lot throughout the day. You probably came in mid-afternoon by the time you did your shopping and your drinking. I'd say it's getting pretty late. So you guys can stay up, or you can keep drinking. It's up to you. But it's getting pretty late. People are starting to leave the town.
Okay. One thing, I sent you a message, Models, because I didn't just want to put you on the spot in the middle of the session. It's through your Discord.
Did not see that.
I'm going to do one more performance. You saw that?
Yeah.
Is that okay? I just wanted to ask before I just sprung it up.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm going to do basically my last performance. And can I get a look around the room before I do this?
Yeah, sure you can.
Okay, so let me roll a perception. All these damn tabs. Okay.
So
I'm just trying to find, good people to pick. I can pick up to 4 people because it's based off my charisma mod.
And you passed your wisdom check, so
well, it's here's the thing. Once I do it, even if they fail, they don't know I tried to charm them.
Right.
And it's their wisdom versus my spell save DC.
Right. Okay. So basically everyone is alerted with this. There's a bunch of sort of like, I'd say it's about 12 regular townspeople left and the party that's sort of here right now.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna basically pick, can the woman who directed me to the stage, can she see me?
Yeah. She's sort of sitting in the back. She doesn't have as much work on. She can definitely see you.
Okay, I'll just pick her and just like 3 random people.
Okay.
So, do you still want me to roll the performance?
Yeah, make it a performance check with advantage now because you have the internal performance for sure.
Okay. Okay, thank God for the advantage.
That one's better. Okay, so again, an epic performance on top of the fact that these people are sort of idolizing you. So they're very much into it. It's an amazing. You're gonna tell jokes this time. They are laughing. The barmaid, the owner of the establishment's like slamming the bar in the back, just like half bent over. Like she looks like she might hurt herself. She's laughing so hard, like she's so into it. It's kind of awkward because everyone else is kind of laughing, but like no one's like her and the 3 other random people are like fucking into it. Somebody breaks half a table leg just like slamming it so hard, and you're pretty impressed. They did a pretty good job. Like everyone is sort of enthralled and super entertained.
All right, so I'm basically just now getting off stage, just telling them my stage name, getting off, and I'm gonna go talk to the woman now.
Okay. So you walk over.
What's your stage name?
What's your stage name?
Gerald the Elegant.
Gerald the Elegant. Okay. So Gerald the Elegant gets off stage, and you walk up to the owner, who's, as you notice as you walk up, she sort of like is like tightening up her blouse a little bit, popping up her like her chest a little bit, showing a little more skin. She's sort of entranced by you and sort of looks at you sort of all breathy and says, "Hey, that was quite a show. I'm impressed."
Well, thank you. It's a bard. I just tried to love. I love entertaining the people.
Oh, you entertained all right. I made a killing tonight. Let me tell you. You come back here, you play any time. I'll give you 10 silver a night.
All right, plus tips.
Sure, put a bucket up. No problem with that.
All right, then.
I'll spread the word. Don't you worry.
So, I guess how much a room is for the night?
Yeah. So rooms here are about 2 silver a night. It's a little bit nicer than most places, but yeah, so 2 silver basically. So she throws you the 10 silver for tonight, and says, "Tonight, all your rooms are on the house tonight for bringing me in so much coin." So you guys have
I cheer in the background.
you guys have 4 rooms you were able to acquire for your group here. Again, there's about 10 rooms in the place, so having 4 open in a busy place like this was actually a pretty good find. They're well spaced, but you guys would have to split up the room somehow.
Excellent.
Gerald makes a charisma save. Okay.
Before we go to bed, I'm gonna be seeing Dalen. Is that how you say it? Dalen. And I'm gonna see him pounding back some more drinks, and I'm gonna challenge him to one last drinking thing.
All right.
Before we go to bed, I'm gonna put 2 gold coins on the table and say, "This one's for some gold."
Oh wait, can I get on? I haven't had a drink all night.
Sure.
I'll join.
All right, I'll
walks
wager
up
in.
to one of the rooms.
I'll wager in 2 gold too.
All right. So
We're all putting in 2 gold. Is that the deal?
that's the deal.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So
So
everyone
everyone puts in 2 gold. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll put in 2 gold as well.
So everyone rolls. Dalen, because you are feeling this way harder than you should because it's your first time drinking, you roll at disadvantage.
So this is con, right?
Yeah, Constitution save.
Oh no.
Oh, damn, there's so
You
much
guys are
dice
gonna kill my
everywhere.
liver.
Okay. Con.
No, waiting on Dalen to roll with disadvantage. Let's go.
I rolled.
You did.
Oh, did
Yeah.
you? Oh, okay, 13. Okay, so Nala, you fucking kill it. Dalen, you are feeling like you finish your drink and you are like your head's a little buzzy. He's trying to stand up a little bit and you sort of like stumble a little bit. You're starting to really starting to feel it at this point, like you more than you expected. This is new for you, so you're just kind of taken back by the experience.
This rounding feeling. This all you all used to this feeling? My eyes are like closed already.
Well,
The
I
goal.
don't drink as much as everyone else, but I think what you're feeling is the sensation of being called buzzed.
Interesting. I could get a bit more buzzed, I think.
That's the
Don't
spirit.
overdo it. Don't overdo it for your first time, or you just might be throwing up everywhere. And
You gotta learn soon.
that's
Oh,
not
okay.
elegant. That's just not. There's no beauty
I promise
in that at all.
I'll throw everyone gently. Here we go again, and I'll just down one more. Look.
All right, so Nala, everyone's deduct 2 gold from your pile. Nala, you're up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're up 8 gold.
Sweet.
Everyone else -2 from your gold, please. Dalen, you're slightly poisoned now, intoxicated.
Am I poisoned yet?
Yeah, you're poisoned now.
All
Can I go
right.
buy a meal?
Goal.
So you have 1 level of intoxication. You're 2 levels of intoxication. No, 3 levels of intoxication in.
2 drink Dalen. Hey, what's up, everybody?
Oh, I think he might need some help getting to his room.
So you're down 5 temporary hit points for the time being until you're sober again.
Nala, would you mind just give me a hand just in case?
Yeah,
Stomach
sure.
feels so good. Hey.
You know what feels really good after drinking that much?
Food.
Sleeping.
Oh.
Sleep is good. Sleep. Sylvanus likes sleep. I like sleep. Sylvanus.
Why would you lie to him?
So I just lie down, and I just start lying down on the ground. Right.
No. We gotta get
No?
you to
Yeah.
your bed.
We'll
Oh,
help you out. We'll kind of like help pull you out. The
Oh,
Goliaths
okay.
will sling their arms around you.
Good
Marie
luck,
sees it
210
coming,
pounds.
Closes the door on people.
Oh, I guess I'll call it a night and I'll start waving. Oh, goodbye, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow morning.
All right.
Okay. Did she tell you where your room was?
No, where's my room? Here? And I start lying down on the ground again. No.
Come on, this way.
Alright, and I follow the rest of them.
Alright, so you guys bring it up. There are 4 rooms, so there are 7 of you. One of you gets a room alone. How are you guys splitting up the rooms for the night?
Sometime in that first hour, I invited the badger with me to one of the rooms to spend the night with him.
Wow.
So I'm in the whoever goes in the second room is going to find my transformation has ended just with a badger.
That's fine. You guys are friendly. Like, he wasn't. It didn't show any attraction to you per se, but he was happy to have someone to talk to. So you guys are just like chilling buds.
Platonic sleepover.
Yeah,
I just look in the room and walk past.
Murray's probably down in the 4th room, all the way down the hall. She's hoping the drunkards won't be able to get that far.
Okay. So, I mean, how are we deciding this?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not drunk. I can handle my liquor. So
You're welcome to
I've
bunk
only
with
had
Murray
one drink.
if you want.
all right, I'll go crash with Murray.
Okay.
I guess I'll go where my badger goes.
All right, so Matcha and Buckholz are sharing a room with the badger.
All right.
The ladies head off to their own room.
I'll keep it. I'll go where Darlin is.
Okay, so Saren's helping Darlin to his room. Buckholz, you have a room to yourself.
All right.
All right. So you guys.
So does this mean I get the single room?
Yeah, you get the single room. So you all sort of buckle down. Anybody doing anything before they pass out?
Oh
Huh.
I keep forgetting to unmute myself. Like talking and like this, people are hearing me on stream, but not in here. So is anybody else doing anything else before you guys pass out?
Nope, passed out.
Cool.
Watching paint dry. No, I'm going to sleep.
All right. So you guys
I'm basically gonna try to memorize that one song from Taya.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any role that's associated with that?
No, you just practice. It's because you should know it. It's something that she taught you, so it's just sort of something that you will sort of practice on your own.
Doesn't quite sound the same. I need to get a flute.
All right. So, I would say 3/4 of the way through the night, Jess and Matcha, you guys hear something in one of the adjacent rooms.
No.
It's not badger sex, is it?
no!
Not like.
That's a lot of
No, it doesn't. It's definitely not badger sex. No.
Don't rule it out yet.
Yeah. So Matcha, you wake up and you hear something in what looks like it's coming from the room that Saren and Gerald went to. It sounds like somebody hit. Sorry, Saren. You are with
Dalen.
Sorry, Saren and Dalen's room. Yeah, it sounds like somebody hit sort of a really loud sort of bang noise came from their room, like somebody bumped into something. And it wakes you up, like it's super loud.
Do I have to go chase the drunk?
I'm just groggily getting up.
Okay.
That's it. I don't think I have the energy to get up. I'm just gonna bang on the wall and say, "Shut up!"
All right.
Back to sleep.
So you're banging loud on the wall, telling people to shut up?
Yep.
Okay. So, Saren, you... And actually, Dalen, this wakes you up. And Saren, too. and you look in your room, and there are two guys dressed in all black with their hands in your bags. Sort of, they look at you and make a run to the window to get out.
I put my hand out. That's command.
All right.
Stay right there. Stay.
What is it? What's the save on that one? It's a. Is there a save on that? You're going or
wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Okay.
Yeah. DC 14. Ooh.
All right. So.
And I'll use thaumaturgy to close the windows.
All right. So it's one creature, right? All right. So one of the two guys stops. You told him to stop, right?
Yep.
Okay, so he just stops where he's going, and his eyes go like wide. The other guy wasn't planning on the windows slamming shut because he was in mid stride, mid jump, and jumps through the window and smashes through the window. But looks like he takes a decent amount of damage, and he wasn't expecting the windows to slam closed. And like you see him, he's like cut up. He goes flying out of the window. He's looking around. He's swinging. He's falling down to the ground right now. And the other guy's just motionless. Everyone else now hears the window shatter in the room, sort of adjacent to you.
Oh, can I run to the window?
Buck's gonna go look out his window.
Yeah. So you guys go look out your window, and you see this guy sprawling on the ground, sort of covered in blood. Looks like he's been wearing all black, sliced up with bits of glass sticking out of him. He's sort of like struggling on the ground, just like kind of like he looks pretty messed up.
Murray grabs her her quarterstaff and heads out, gets downstairs and out the door to go confront the guy that's fallen.
I'll look at
also
Bucky.
see how he's doing.
How far away is he?
Yeah.
Oh, go.
No, so it's like out. You guys are on the second floor, so he like basically fell out of a second floor window on the ground. There.
So he's only like 20 feet away?
Yeah, he's about 20 feet away on the ground.
All right, I'm going to reach a hand out the window and cast Hold Person on him.
Okay.
So that's a con save.
Mm-hmm.
DC 13.
I'll just look at Bucky throughout the window, outside of the window, like from mine, and just be like, it was an accident.
Okay. So your spell fizzles.
Boo.
There. He's still kind of messed up. He's just sort of rolling on the ground.
Can I? How close am I getting to him? Like, so I'm going to him.
So you're going to him. What was somebody else that told me to do something first? Saren, what were you doing?
I wanted to. Sorry, go ahead, Saren.
No, you already cast. Let's see if this works.
Okay, so you're going to cast Sleep on the guy that fell out of the thing?
Yeah. I mean, it should be pretty easy. He sounds already pretty messed up. So. Go to sleep like we're all trying to.
So that guy is just like down out. This is the guy outside, right? It's a 20-foot area. You are 2 doors down from everybody. You're sort of like the last door on the shelf, so you wouldn't be in range of the guy that's in Dalen's room, Dalen and Matcha's room. But
this is the guy in the street.
Yeah, so he's sort of he's like sort of jumped out on an angle, so he's within sort of your grasp because the room's sort of filtered, but the other guy in the other room wouldn't be. Just based on how
past 90 feet.
It's Sleep is affecting an area of 20 feet.
But it has a range of 90.
Right, but you cast it, so you cast it on him. It's 20 feet from the target area.
Is it?
Right, affecting the area of 20 feet. So
20 feet starting from the lowest health target.
Right, so that's the guy in the ground. So it's 20 feet from him. So he is. The other guy's still up in the room, so he fell 20 feet. So it's like 25 to 30 feet, and like he's 10 feet into the room, right? Right. So
I'm just gonna turn around and look at Dalen and be like, "Don't strangle him."
I'm just hugging him like close to me, like, okay. Why do you wake us up, man?
And he's just sort of like sitting there, not looking around, looking at both of you, and you just how long does your thing last here? It's the target, and you told him to stop, right?
Yep.
So
it
he's
lasts
just
for 6 seconds. Right before that, I'm just gonna walk up to him
and you grab
just
him,
hug him and grab him, hold him, and like
Okay, so
put my cheek right up to his face, like, hey man, like Ren told me to say.
At this point, drawn by all the shouting, Buckholz is gonna walk into that room and see this big guy hugging this little black-robed man.
Mm-hmm.
It's not what he looks like.
Sorry, I think this guy woke you up. Hey man, talk.
And as you do that, you
Say
see
sorry.
he takes something quickly out of his pocket and it's not doing it. And just shoves something in his mouth, and he starts to shake and starts to convulse and just starts to froth a little bit, and his eyes roll back, and you just see him sort of slump down.
I should have checked his pockets.
I look at the rest of him after I'm still holding him, like this guy had too much to drink too, and I just drop him on the ground, and I just lie back on the bed.
He's dying, you fool! Use your medic skills.
Should have gotten the medic drunk.
I'm just entering in the room at this point as Dred's like, "Oh, this is going on."
Am I down by the guy on the street yet?
Yeah, you're down by the guy on the street yet.
Can I restrain him?
Yeah, what are you doing?
I'm probably gonna take one of the sashes off my robe and like flip him over and tie his hands behind his back.
Okay.
Okay, can I check the dead guy and scream out the window to check his pockets?
Yep.
I hear that and I immediately check the pockets.
Okay, both of you guys roll investigation checks.
Okay.
Ugh, what is going on?
What is with the doubles? Okay, cool.
You roll with advantage, so you always take it's fine.
No, I
you
got
just roll
the
left
same
one.
thing again, like twice.
I stripped this. I just stripped this corpse naked.
So, Mare, you find in his pockets a small sort of pill. Okay. It looks kind of purplish in nature. Smells kind of very strong and pungent. Other than that, he also is carrying what looks like a symbol of a figure eight, again, like a sideways infinity symbol, in his pocket as well, and he doesn't have really anything else on him. Saren, upstairs, you like strip this guy down, and
what are you gonna do with that dead guy?
As you're looking through, you see that the symbol in his pocket is there, and it starts to smoke, and it sort of starts to catch on fire. As you're investigating, like it didn't look like much at first, but you were so like attentive to it, like you're noticing that there's like a faint bit of smoke coming off of it slowly.
Oh, I drop it.
So it falls to the ground, and it starts to sort of glow this faint red sign, and you hear this sort of like growling noise coming from, you don't really know where it's coming from, sort of everywhere all at once.
Is that stone growling?
Is it getting brighter or anything?
Yeah, it's starting to get brighter as it sort of starts to glow a little bit brighter and hotter, it looks like.
I am gonna cast catapult on it and shoot it out the window.
Okay, so it goes flying out the window and lands about in the wall, I would say, across the alley in the back of the tavern, injects itself into the wall and starts to smoke. And you see out of the wall, it makes more and more smoke, and then out of the smoke, this sort of evil looking dog with these big ass claws and a mane that's kind of on fire steps out of the smoky hole that was left by this talisman, and just looks at you guys upstairs, grinning with this sort of like panting demonic sort of noise to it, and it's looking at you guys.
Would any of us recognize it for what it is?
Make a religion check. Pick one person and roll with advantage if somebody's helping them.
Who has the highest religion?
Yeah, who has the best?
I got a 3.
I also have a 3.
Okay, watch both of you roll, and if either of you know, then we'll see.
I have a -1.
There we go.
Saren, you recognize this as a hellhound.
What was it again?
A hellhound.
Yep.
You recognize it as a hellhound, yeah.
Oh.
Which, how close is it to the people down below?
It's pretty much about, I'd say about 30 feet away from Mare right now, because it hit the alley on the other side of the street.
She's like a little.
Can I jump out the window? Yeah.
Yeah, you can jump out the window for sure. It's broken now. It's open.
I'm just gonna try to jump right out.
Okay. Make an athletics or acrobatics check. Up to you. Okay. So
I'm going to take the stairs.
So Nala jumps out the window, sort of lands on the ground and rolls next to Mare, and I need, hold on. I need everyone to roll initiative, please.
Anyone journey me down the stairs?
Yeah, Buck will come after you.
I mean, it takes a bit, considering my roll.
Why doesn't this thing ever work?
Everyone has to put their tokens on the sheet, click on the tokens, and then roll your initiative. Then it will show up on the initiative tracker. So like that. So you do this, and it'll come out like that.
So click on your token and then hit the roll initiative.
Oh, there we go.
My token.
Where's my token?
You have to drag the token out.
So Buckles is upstairs still, right?
I can't find my token.
I got you. Mare is down, sort of down here. Does it matter if they drag it out? Matcha, you're up in the room still.
Yeah, they can drag it out.
Yep, I've been in my room this whole.
I don't think you've activated my token, new token to me, because I can't do anything with it again. I can't even click it to get the health counter.
Okay,
Oh, there we go.
Alright, Mari, try that.
I still can't do anything. Hold on, let me try one more.
You gotta make sure you have the mouse selected.
Oh, there we go, okay.
Yeah, you're good. Alright, who am I missing off this list? Buckle, Gerald is up on here as well. And
So we just click the token and then do what?
you click the token and then roll initiative.
Initiative.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. There you go. You can manually edit it, Buck, if you wanted to go back to the one you had before that actually your initial roll.
I totally would.
Now that we know how to do this. So select your token. You don't have a token on the board, so I'll put one in for Nala. Nala's the last one we're missing. So Nala, you're down right next to...
I'm not on there either.
You are. You should see... You don't see the map maybe on the mobile app, but I will add you...
I mean, I'm looking at the chat log, and I don't see nothing there either.
That's fine. I'm going to add turn. What'd you roll for initiative?
20.
Okay. That's fine. That's everyone, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I got an 11.
Okay, I'll add you as well. Add turn. 11. Okay, cool. So, Saren and Gerald, who has a higher dex?
I have a 2 to my dex.
No, I mean, like, what's... He has... Okay, so Gerald, you have first move on this.
Just roll it back.
Okay, so the dog's outside in the street, right?
Yeah, so the dog is right now outside on the street here.
Okay, so there's no roofing outside of these windows. It's just a straight drop.
Yeah, straight drop. There's roofing above you guys on the second floor.
I sprinted down the stairs.
Okay, how far away is the dog from me?
I would say it's right now. So it's 60 feet across the street. It's sort of embedded into this little house area right here.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna basically move, 30 feet closer to it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the fastest way to it. Would that be jumping out of the window?
Yeah.
So, athletics check for a jump?
Athletics or acrobatics, whatever you want.
Okay.
What is that giant white spot? Dear God. What is that?
Eclipse.
I'm deleting it. Okay, so let me go back into here. So you roll 24. So like Gerald, like the air starts to pick up. His hair starts to blow in the breeze again. This happens every time you do something cool, by the way, from now on. And you dive out of the window and sort of in the air double flip and land on like one knee, like you do like that hero landing where like you have one hand down and one knee down kind of deal, and you land beautifully on the ground.
All right.
Death on the knees.
How much further am I still away from the dog?
So you're now again. So that movement it's about 10 and 10 to get out the window and then 20 down. So what's your movement? 40.
My movement's 30.
Okay, 30. So now you're out of movement unless you want to do a bonus action. You're still about, I would say, a good 50 feet from the dog right now.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna ready this action. If it comes at me, I'm just gonna cast Dissonant Whispers.
Okay, so you hold your action. Got it.
Yep.
Okay, so that's Gerald. Sarah, you also rolled a 20. You are next on the list, my friend. Go ahead.
I sprinted down the stairs.
Yeah.
As fast as I can.
So you're now go down the stairs. Let's say it's like 10, and you're sort of at the front of the main thing. So you're, I'd say, yeah, you're good 30 feet in. You're gonna need dash and use your action for mobility as well to get like basically like through the rest of the end to the other side of the door.
Yeah.
Okay, you could probably get about here. So you will come up sort of on the side door of the inn. Around here, because there's another house to the south, right? So you can't really go out that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's where your turn is. Mare, what do you do?
That's a good question. I kind of want to protect her captive, but at the same time, I also want to fuck shit up.
Yeah, he's asleep. So like he's sitting there sleeping. You've taken the pill out of his pocket right now, so he doesn't have a death pill, and you've restrained his arms. So
so I'm good to fuck shit up. All right, sweet. That's my favorite thing to do. Let me get my ruler out to see how close I am to doing that. 45, eh? 50. All right. I'm going to move like over here. So I'm like just around the corner. But like I'm not gonna engage yet. I'm gonna ready an action to attack two-handed with my quarterstaff if I get attacked.
Okay. So you're readying your action.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Hellhound is turn now. He just bring this up here 1 second. 60 feet. So he is going to make. He doesn't see you, but he's going to sort of jump onto the cultist.
Shit.
And snap the cultist's neck.
Oof.
So he just jumps on him, snaps his neck, and he's staring at Mare.
Shit.
And then it's Buckholz' turn. That's its turn.
All right. Well, I just ran into the other room, so I'm going to go back to my room and grab my hammer. No time to grab my armor. Buckhold sleeps naked, by the way. So
yeah. So if anybody's wearing heavy armor, you are now unarmored. If you have leathers or cloth armor, you are sleeping with them. But if you have heavy armor, Dalen, you passed out in your armor, so you're fine.
Yeah.
Because
you were done.
That I got dressed before I went to the room.
Yeah. Well, you got dressed before like fully armored up and everything else like that?
Yeah.
You have leathers with your armor?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So it's not like mail or anything. We had to like attach straps and do all kinds of stuff. That would have taken a lot of time. No, that's fine. You're armored as well. So Nala, what's your armor as well, Nala?
I don't wear armor as a barbarian.
Okay, so Nala just has like nipple tassels and that's it. So we're fine.
Yes, that classic female armor.
Exactly.
Gotta keep the stream PG, you know.
She deflects attack with her natural born birthday suit, okay?
Yeah.
No. Anyways, okay, cool. So I think most people are pretty good in terms of what they're wearing, so that's fine. Okay, so Buckles, what are you doing? You went back to get your stuff?
Yeah, I'm going to run into my room and grab my hammer. I don't know how much movement I would have left out of my 25.
So you're about, let's say, like your room is, whoops. So your room is like in this area over here, so you could make it to your room. You could make it to your room and grab your hammer, but you'd be in your room. You'd be like...
Okay, I'm going to use the rest of my movement to jump out the window and get as close as I can.
Okay, so your room doesn't have a window, so you could...
What?
Well, I'm sorry.
That's fine.
You're in this one.
Shafted.
You're in the corner.
You're the only one without a window.
I do sleep nude, so that's probably for the best.
You know, but you can go out the window to the room next door, and you could land sort of on this pile of boxes over here, which will sort of...
Do I have to roll for that?
The boxes actually will impact your fall, so it's only about a 8-foot drop. So make an acrobatics or athletics with advantage. Okay, so you land on it gracefully, and you're like ready. You're poised. A little short, like humph as you land, but you're good. You're good.
Followed by a clap.
Yeah.
That
was your action.
That was just my movement.
Action, and that was 30 over there, and then. Okay,
then yeah, I'll just use my whole turn to get as close as I can.
Okay, so that's your whole turn because it's your action. Then you use your action as a dash to get over there.
And then I'm gonna open up my little bag and send Rogue out to the Hellhound if I can, and I'm just gonna have him do the whole distraction technique, so the next person to attack it has advantage.
Okay, so it's gonna try to jump on the Hellhound.
It's just gonna just distract it in some way. Maybe just like tug at its tail.
Okay, the tail's on fire. The back is on fire. Yeah, the tail's on fire.
Then he's gonna run up in front of it and squeak.
Okay, so it's just gonna try to dash around and squeak and annoying. Okay.
Bob and weave.
Got it. All right, cool. Now, what are you doing?
Is it me or somebody else first?
I have.
I think.
You have a higher dex than Matcha, maybe. I don't. Matcha, what's your dex?
I think Matcha has the higher dex.
I have 14.
Oh.
Nala, what do you have?
I have 13, so yeah.
Okay, so Matcha, you're up.
Alright, you said the window was right around where was...
So there's a window by Buckles, there's a window right by Nala, like straight ahead of you.
I'm gonna move towards Buckles.
Okay. So Buckles jumped out the window, right, too? Right, he was magnificently jumping out the window.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna move. Oh, that's Buckles. Wait.
Yeah, Buckles jumped out the window, like he's right behind Mala there. You can move by Buckles. Yes, sorry, Jill is there. Okay, so you're gonna go out the room and go into the other room. So now you're staring at this other window here.
Yep,
you can see
and I'm just gonna summon a unicorn spirit.
Okay.
Ooh.
And it's a 30-foot radius, so hopefully this works out well. I think that's 30 feet. Yeah. I don't know if you guys can see the circle.
Yeah, we can. Hold on. Mm-hmm. I just need to click. I need to click on the actual. Oh my god! Is that where you're casting it? Like, can you click on the circle? Can you move it, or is that where you want it to be?
Yeah, this is I'm gonna cast it like right there in the
Okay.
middle of
So what is this? What are you casting?
It's anyone within the aura has an advantage to detect creatures within the aura, and if there's any healing spells that happen in it, used to cast to heal anybody outside the circle or in the circle, everybody gets healed for health that's equal to my druid level. So that's like a 3.
Okay, so it's like basically an extra +3 health of any heals cast within that circle.
Yep, and I'm just gonna finish up with that.
Cool. All right, Nala, you're up.
Sweet. So this dog is right in front of me, so I'm gonna take a swing at it with my maul. I'm actually gonna rage first.
You're gonna rage? All right, good job.
Yes. And you know what? I'm gonna reckless attack it.
You don't need to reckless attack it because you have advantage from a help.
Oh, right, that's true because no one else has attacked it. All right, and I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. All right, so 20 hits. Yeah, absolutely. And 18 damage. 12 damage. Okay, cool. 12. So you do math here for a second.
Probably knock a couple teeth out of it.
Yeah, so you sort of smack it like right in the side, again, right in the side of the jaw as it looks up to you, and sort of it cracks its head back and it sort of yelps in surprise as it wasn't expecting you. It was trying to dodge and you sort of caught it off chance, and you get it right across the face and it sort of yelps and growls at you.
Okay.
I'm just going to cheer from around the alley. As soon as Nala.
You hear me growling back at the dog.
All right. Dalen, what are you doing? That's the end of turn? There's no bonus action? Okay, cool. Yeah, Dalen, what do you do?
I'm going to use the remaining 15 feet of my movement to get up from bed. What's everyone doing? And I just get out the window.
Okay.
That's a lot going on down there.
You gonna join the party?
I shall cast, well, Mil Sylvanas bless all of you, I guess. And I will bless one to Nara.
Okay.
What else do I run? I guess the first 3 in front of me, so it will be just 3, yeah.
All right, perfect. So that's well, there's 2 there. So that's an evil cultist who's dead. You have the dog, and then you have
there's Gerald there.
You have Gerald too. Gerald is down.
Yeah.
And there's a dead cultist and a dog, and you 2.
And
yeah, so
there's 3 of us in the line.
That's him.
Okay, so I'll get Gerald.
You.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, so
all right, I get Gerald, Murray, and
Buckles. Okay.
Buckles, yeah.
Yeah, so the 3 of you guys have an extra D4 to make if you have to make any saving throws. Right?
Cool.
Or whenever a target makes an attack roll at you, you get an extra D4. So you guys are blessed. Awesome. Top of the round. So as that happens, out of the corpse of the dead cultist emerges another one of these dogs. And what's up? So down on the street. So the cultist so the dog ran over, jumped on the cultist that was down asleep, and snapped his neck. And then out of him crawls out another dog. So you have a second dog there in front.
I see none of this.
No. And that's it for that round. So back up to the top, Gerald. So in front of you, Gerald. Nala's standing in front of you. She just smacked the dog in the face. You feel blessed, kind of right sort of behind you up in the window. You have Dalen, who sort of threw a blessing on you. Off to your left is Mr. Buckholz, and across the alley on the other side is Mare. What are you gonna do?
Okay, the guy who just turned into a hellhound How far away is he from me?
So I'd say about 10 feet in front of you. He
okay.
is.
I'm just gonna.
But there's a
cast
between. So
a-
basically, like between you and him is another dog. So like Nala's in front of you fighting a dog, and then behind that dog is another dog that just appeared.
Okay. Can I just move at an angle to where I can see the newly made dog?
You're kind of encumbered, so you can't move off to the right. You could climb up over off to the left over the boxes.
Okay, would that give me a clear line of sight of the dog?
Yeah.
And how far away would that be?
You could move sort of 10 feet to your left, and then the dogs would both be, I'd say, like 10 feet to 10. Yeah, they're both about 10 feet in front of you, 10, 15 feet on an angle-ish.
Okay, well, I'm going to basically hit a Dissonant Whispers at a higher spell slot, which will bring my 3d6s up to 4d6s of damage.
Okay. Yeah, so you're going to cast it at level 2.
Yep.
So they both have to make wisdom saving throws, correct?
I think I can only target one.
Okay, so the one on the front that's fighting Nala, or the one on the back that's just spawned?
The one that does the new one that's not fighting Nala.
Okay, so it has to make a wisdom saving throw.
It's my spell save DC, yeah.
What's your spell save DC?
It's Charisma, it's 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the hell? That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, so it fails. So roll damage.
All right, it's 15 points of damage.
Awesome. So it takes 15 points of damage, and it's psychic damage, right? So you see this, like, its eyes light up and its head shakes and it whimpers a little bit, and, like, makes a weird sound. And that was the one Nala was attacking, correct?
The new one.
The fresh one. Sorry. Okay, fresh. So that takes as well 15 points of damage. So perfect. So it seems sort of shaken, and yeah, it's okay. It's still standing, but it's definitely took a big hit. Sarah.
Okay, I'm gonna move down the alley to as far as I can.
Okay, so you can. What's your movement?
30.
Okay, so you can get to, like, you can get to around like this where this barrel is, like right around here.
Okay. And I'm gonna try casting Guiding Bolt.
Okay. Guiding bolt.
Oh.
Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Damn.
What's that?
Natural
Nat 20 it was.
Ooh.
Nat 20.
Did you roll a nat 20? Damn, son. And
Oh.
what type of damage is that? Read it.
Ooh. 8d6, baby.
Yeah, roll your 8d6, bud.
Just click on Guiding Bolt.
Yeah, click on the word guiding bolt in the text.
Woo!
Oh.
Oh, so many ones.
So that's 4 plus 12, right?
Yep. Well,
That's
it's
46.
7 plus 12.
7 plus 12.
7 plus 12, so that's 19. But that's the regular. Is that the crit damage, or is that just the regular?
That's
Yep,
the crit
crit
Yeah.
damage.
Okay, cool. So 7 plus 12 is 19 damage. To which one were you attacking again? The one in the back or the front?
I was hoping for the one in the front.
Yeah, you can hit it. That's fine. So it gets hit hard, and it sort of whimpers and kind of looks your way and sort of growls. It's looking pretty hurt at this point. It looks pretty fucked up. So.
And the next attack's advantage.
Is it also an next attack's advantage too?
Let's see.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Nice. Okay, perfect. So I can't think today.
Which one just got hit, by the way? The one closest to me or farthest from me?
Farthest from you, the one closest to Nala.
All right.
It looks pretty messed up.
There's a scream out. Finish him!
Okay, so now it's Myra's turn.
Can I slide in here?
I would say the barrel's kind of blocking you from moving effectively. You could go and stand next to the other hellhound.
Could I still hit this guy from here?
Yeah, you're adjacent to it. You could make a hit.
All right, so I'm gonna do my quarterstaff strike.
Okay, so make an attack with advantage.
With advantage? Okay,
Yeah.
I'll roll it again.
Okay, 16 hits. Roll damage.
8 bludgeoning.
Okay. So you dash and pass this thing. And hold on. Does this one get an opportunity attack on you because you ran past it? Yes, it does.
No,
No,
it's
she's
only when
not
you leave
past
their
it.
space.
It's not when you run into it? Yeah, okay, that's right. Okay, so that's fine. So you smack the dog as you dash past it, sort of in the back of the neck, and it looks pretty hurt. It looks like it's pretty messed up, but it's not dead.
I'm gonna use my unarmed strike next then.
10 misses.
And
So you go to smack the dog, and it sees you, so it's aware of your presence and dodges out of the way with your unarmed strike.
alrighty then. Yeah, it's too late to use my flurry of blows, right?
Yeah, you already used your unarmed strike, right?
Yeah.
I think so. Gerald, you're doing weird text chat. Okay.
I don't know what it is. I don't know why it's even doing that.
Well, that's fine.
I just went to readjust the advanced roll settings. I turn it from 4 to 1, and then it's telling me I'm trying to do shit. I didn't even hit roll.
That's cool. All works. All good. Okay. It is the Hellhound's turn in front of Nala. So it is going to look at you guys and sort of... Let me just double check something real quick. Let me do this. So... Okay. So... I need Nala, Dale, Buckholz, and Gerald to make a DC Dexterity saving throw, please.
All right.
Oh.
DC's.
Me too.
Yeah, you too. No, not you, Nala. So just Dale, Buckholz, Gerald, and
Buckles has a D4 because of bless as well.
all right.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Ooh.
Oh, I forgot.
Roll a D4.
I don't.
Yeah, you don't.
So that brings me to 11.
All right, so
19 for me.
okay, so Buckholz.
Because you're a barbarian, right? Danger sense.
Oh, you're right. I already got a nat 20 though.
Oh,
She got a nat 20. She's fine. Okay, so Buckholz, you rolled under a 12, right?
I
Yes.
did.
And so did Dalen.
Yep.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay.
Whew.
Oh.
Damn.
Okay, so
Ooh.
now you take 11 damage.
Okay.
Who else? So now you take 11 damage. Buckholz, you take 22 damage.
I'm taking 11.
What
Sorry?
what happened that we took damage?
So it breathes out a giant frontal cone of fire in front of you, engulfing a cone 15 feet wide in front of it, sort of straight down up towards the house.
A cone of flame?
A cone of flame, correct.
All right. I'm gonna as my reaction, I'm gonna pull my warhammer out and
Yeah.
I'm gonna light up a little sigil on it. I'm gonna cover my junk with it because fire.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna cast absorb elements, so I take half damage.
Okay, so you take 11 damage.
Okay. And as the fire hits the warhammer, the tip of it just lights up like the end of a torch.
Okay. Dalen, you take 22 damage.
Yep.
And Gerald, you take 11 damage.
Oh, bless you still up, thank God.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not doing too hot.
Are you out, Dylan, or are you?
No, I'm down. I'm down to 6 health.
Okay.
I'm down to 2.
All right. So that ends that Hellhound's turn. Buckled, you're up.
All right.
It looks really fucking hurt, but it just breathed on all of you.
How does the other one look?
It's okay. It's not that hurt.
All right. Did I roll for the Hellhounds to see what I know about them?
You guys rolled. So yes, you didn't do well, but
I rolled a nat 20.
Saren knows all kinds of stuff. He's right
I was
behind
just
you.
curious if fire is effective against them.
I screamed down, no.
Okay.
No, Saren tells you they're immune to fire.
Okay. Is there any kind of cover in these boxes that I'm standing on?
Yeah, you could definitely get down, sort of like hide sort of where that grate is, sort of by the sewer grate, and get sort of tuck yourself in there maybe. Or you could jump. You could actually. So you could, if you want like full cover, like visibility cover, you could be right here.
All right. I'm gonna have Rogue jump up on Nala's shoulder, and it's just gonna stick its little raccoon thumbs in its ears and blow a raspberry towards one of the dogs.
Okay.
And that's the help action. And then I'm gonna trace a little sigil in the air, and the raccoon is gonna trace it on Nala's head, and I cast enlarge on her.
Okay. What does that do?
And then I'm gonna.
Does it give her any bonuses?
It doubles her size.
Okay.
She has advantage on strength checks and strength saves, and she gets an extra d4 damage.
Okay. No temporary hit points with that, eh?
No.
Okay. Okay.
And that's my turn. Actually, I'm gonna use my movement to get full cover, and then that's my turn.
Okay, so you're gonna go like right over there.
Yes.
All right, cool. So you're in like full cover over here. You're good. All right. That ends Buckled's turn. Macho, what are you doing?
Okay, so I'm gonna make my way outside the.
Oh. Yeah, you already rolled the 1d4. Sorry, I forgot.
Can I make my way towards right here?
Yeah, you can be there. Yeah, you can move there. That's be like 5 feet down, 8 feet down, and then like another like 10 feet over. So you can do that. Like here?
I'm gonna just shout like, "Who just got burned from him?" As in the
I did.
I did. You see like a very blood hand sticking out the window.
Yeah, so like the window's burnt out. Dalen's sort of like looking. He looks like his face just got sort of melted off. Gerald got like he's also like his Fabio hair does not look that great. He's like the entire front of him is sort of like singed to a bit. They both don't look too great at all.
Okay, I'm gonna use my bonus
I'm
action
good.
to I'm gonna use healing word on Dalen
Okay.
Oh,
at level 2.
Oh. All right.
thank you. Thank you for your success.
So 5 and an extra d4 on that, right? From the because he's standing in the zone. Did you add that already? Or?
The unicorn spirit's effect is gonna take over, and anyone within the ring is gonna gonna heal for 3 hit points.
Right. So Buckled,
Oh.
Nala.
3 hit points.
Yeah. So Buckled, Nala, Gerald, you guys all get 3 hit points up. Mare, you haven't taken any damage yet, so you're good. Yeah, but everyone who got hit by the blast, basically you're in the ring, so you guys all on top of the 5 that you got, Dalen, you get another 3. So 8 hit points for Dalen.
And I'm gonna use my remaining action just to say, you dogs need to cool down, and I'm gonna cast Create and Destroy Water at 2nd level. It's not gonna do anything other than make like a 20 gallons of rain above and get them wet.
Okay. So like now it is wet. The dogs are smoking. There's like a whole bunch of steam coming out of the dogs as they sort of sit there, sort of covered in this pool of water. After this sort of glowing, sort of healing pulse echoes from the center of where the dogs are out to everyone in the circle. Yeah, that ends his turn. Nala, you're up.
Okay, I am absolutely enraged
Mm-hmm.
for being hit by this fire. So
And enormous.
What? Sorry?
Wet.
And enormous.
And enormous,
And
yeah.
huge.
So I am
And wet.
extra terrifying. Yeah, and I'm wet. That's making me mad too. Everything's making me mad right now.
Nothing's going well.
So I'm gonna try and hit the one in front of me again.
You
And
do have advantage.
Oh, I have advantage.
Yeah. So roll again.
I'll just roll that. Oh, not the javelin. It's the same.
There you go.
The
It
same
does-
hit. I didn't mean to roll the javelin.
That's fine. Doesn't matter. It's 1d. It's
Okay,
you rolled
and
a
then-
19 plus 3.
Yeah.
And add a d4 to the damage.
Add a d4. Yeah. So that's a hit.
Cool. Is it?
/
Oh,
You can actually.
is it just?
/ roll 1d4. Oh.
Just click on javelin, it will like immediately roll the damage.
3.
Okay, 3. Cool.
Okay. Cool. So you did 15 plus 3, right?
Yep.
Because it's 3d6 plus 6. Is that
Yep.
your attack? 3d6 plus 6 for the.
It is. Yeah.
Zealots, baby.
Fucking Jesus. All right. How you gonna do this?
Ooh. I am going to chop its cute little puppy head right off.
Hey.
All right. So you swing left, like where you sort of had hit it first in the skull, and you just go under it and you smack clean through the head, and like the fire parts and it's sort of like acidic sort of scorching blood starts to bubble from its neck, and the thing just sort of drops down right next to it. The head goes flying off and kind of lands on the box between you and Buckholz, and then slowly slides down to the ground.
Great. And then I'm going to step over its dead body and look down at its friend and just bark at it.
Okay. Awesome. So it's now the Hellhound's turn, the second one. Seeing what you did there, actually, yeah, because it hasn't gotten hit by you there. It's going to take a bite at your giant calf.
All right.
So does a 16 hit you?
It does.
Okay. So you take 10 damage.
Is it all piercing?
7 piercing, 3 fire.
So 3
Okay.
and 3.
So, okay. So 6. Okay.
And that ends its turn. Dalen, you're up.
All right. Well, the dog is a bit of a problem. I shall cast a spiritual weapon, and I will pick up my hammer. My mace basically pointed at the dog, and a replica of the exact same mace is going to appear over the dog
Okay.
and land directly right at the top of it.
Okay. 22 hits. All right, roll damage. So this hammer appears magically and just slams down on the top of the dog, and that dog's sort of head bounces like off the pavement and knocks up, and it just growls like it's pissed, like it's mad. It's not dead yet, but it's damn hurt.
That dog, and I shall also use one channel divinity to cast Preserve Life.
Okay.
So who looks the most hurt right now besides me?
Gerald, what are you at right now?
9 health.
9 health. I will give you.
What's Nala at?
21.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, Gerald is the most hurt.
Okay,
Maybe-
so Gerald, I'll give you about 7 hit points,
Thank you.
and I'll take the remaining 8.
So the thing is, now I'm almost back to full health now.
Oh, does this affect like the healing from the unicorn as well?
It does. So now
Yes,
everyone,
it does.
So
everyone
you
in
get an
that,
extra
Gets
3.
everyone
Yeah.
gets an extra 3, including yourself.
So-
So Buckles take an extra
Alright.
3. Matcha, if you
Oh.
need it. Nala take an extra 3. Gerald
Cool.
take an extra 3, and you
Oh.
take an extra 3. Because any healing cast in that circle, and then everyone the unicorns just heal everybody. So any heals cast within that circle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this is like a power move. Like, you guys synergize very well.
AoE healing, yes.
Yeah, so basically it turns any one of your heals into like this small little AoE thing.
There's just like a spirit unicorn just like hanging around.
It's just like dashing between people, like. Pew, 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 pew. All right. Anything else you're doing, Dylan?
What will it take to get out of this window? I'll just jump down.
Okay. Make an athletics check for me, or an acrobatics. Your choice.
I'll take the athletics for now.
12. So you managed to land. Like, you kind of like land and roll and sort of land on your butt, and
Oh, okay.
they use the rest of your movement to sort of get up and stand up. So you're good.
Yep. I'm right there.
Okay. Top of the order, Gerald. What are you doing? There's one dog left. It's standing in front of Nala. Nala's straddling the corpse of the other dog.
You know what? I'm just gonna run up. And I'm gonna just, stab the dog.
Okay. So you sort of dive over this box and put yourself between it and the dog and make an attack roll.
Alright. So if I just click on the spear two-handed, would that roll the D20 automatically?
It should, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. 24 is a hit.
Alright.
Roll damage.
1d8.
You can just click on the actual, like in the chat, click spear two-handed.
Okay.
And so it takes 7 damage. So you hit it, you sort of come in and spear it in the shoulder. It sort of slashes across its shoulder. It's pretty thick skin, but it looks like I hurt it pretty good. You did catch a decent amount of it, but it's still up. That's the end of your turn, Joe. Anything else?
No.
All right. So you see that it's starting to sort of draw in a breath. Saren, your turn.
I'm gonna move in about here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use Vicious Mockery.
Okay. Like it for me again, so I remember.
Let's see.
Right, unleash a string laces. It must make a wisdom saving throw? Okay. So let me click this. Saving throws. Wisdom. So it's 5 plus 1. It rolled a 5 plus 1. So 6. Sorry, 5. Okay, go down. Good.
Okay.
So it fails.
Okay, then it takes 3 points of psychic damage, and it gets disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Got it. So it's sort of, you hit it, the thing's like, sort of eyes kind of cringe for a moment, and it sort of starts to drool a little bit. And yeah, that ends your turn. Mari, you're up.
All right. We're gonna keep up tried and true. 12 to hit.
12 misses, unfortunately. So you go to swing, and the dog sort of jumps back a bit, dodges your blow, and jumps back in.
I'm definitely using Flurry of Blows this time.
Do it.
So I'm gonna do Unarmed Strike. 17.
Hits. And you get another one, right?
7
damage. So you smack the thing on the back, like right under the sort of fiery mane. I sort of hear a crunch as something breaks underneath, but it's still standing.
Oh. 8.
8 misses, so it crunches and it's sort of unsteady and sort of steps back, and it's not quite ready yet. That ends your turn?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's all I can do.
Okay. And Nala.
Yeah.
To you.
Is it me?
Yeah.
No.
No?
I think it's Matcha.
Oh, matcha. It's buckled. It's buckled.
Yeah, I
Buckled.
think it's Buckles. Yeah.
Buckle's the matcha. Sorry. I don't know why I jumped down. I thought matcha was doing that. Buckles, you're up, buddy. What are you doing? You're hidden behind the thing. If you can step out and see it.
Can I can reach that, right?
Yeah. You
25
can,
feet?
yeah, you could
All right,
run around.
I'm going to get up in his grill, right behind him, and I'm just going to give him a smack with a booming blade.
All right, do it up.
I'm going to have the badger do the same thing again. Give me the help action.
Awesome. Done.
Never mind.
11. So you like the thing lights up, it crackles, you get a smack. But this thing is like it's super attentive. It saw you coming, and it sort of jumps off of this little. It like jumps up on top of this little barrel and jumps back down, sort of out of your way, like as a dodge move. Didn't actually move. It was just like backflipping, and you miss.
That's about all I can do. So.
Okay.
It jumped over Gerald.
Yeah. Well, it jumped over Mala, like she's like a little tiny, so it's like, and jumps back down. Macho, you're up.
Is there enough space for me to just make my way over here and attack? Next to,
what's your weapon?
It's I'm gonna be casting Shillelagh on a staff.
Yeah, you could probably like try to smack down on it. It might be with the disadvantage because you'd be standing up on a block, maybe about like 4 or 5 feet up the air, so it's not really that easy to sort of smack downwards. But you can make an attack with disadvantage from up there.
Oh, I'll take it.
So you'd be like up here on this sort of like thing here. You're quiet. 7. So it's still dodging. It misses. It starts to really start sucking in air right now. Anything else?
That's it. That's my whole turn.
Nala, you're up.
Still raging.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and squash this one's skull too. And 10.
Roll with advantage because you have blessed still, right? Or you?
I
You
think
don't.
that's a D4. Can I even hit it if I add a D4?
No.
The bless only
Okay.
lasts a minute too, right?
Yeah, but it's like 8 rounds, right?
10 rounds.
10 rounds.
10 rounds.
Yeah, so we're still good.
Okay.
No, you can't.
Only 2.
Oh, I didn't get
Okay.
bless on mine either.
So I get even more enraged that I missed.
Mm-hmm. Doing
And
anything
that's all I
else?
can do.
All right.
I don't think so.
So it is going to.
Roll with disadvantage.
Okay, so I'm gonna make. Let's make a roll with disadvantage. Hold on.
Vicious mockery.
Okay, so it is. It's a spell, so there's no advantage or disadvantage of the spell, right?
No.
You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna roll this.
Let's see.
I don't know why this isn't working for me. All right.
Next attack or inch.
So it goes to sort of breathe on you guys, and Nala's swing at it just sort of caught it in its sort of attack and channel, and it has to chop back and doesn't actually get its attack off. So instead, it decides to take a bite at Nala. So it rolls a 20.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh,
Okay.
my.
15.
Okay, so that.
But no, it rolls. No, sorry. That's an 11 because it's rolling with disadvantage on attack rolls, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it misses.
Ooh, good.
Sorry, I forgot about the disadvantage. Yes, so it goes to swipe at you and it misses. And we are back at the top of the torn order. No, we're not. Sorry, I missed. Dalen, you're up.
All right.
So I went to go to bite at Nala, and sort of it was just off center. It wasn't all there. It's looking pretty fucked up right now. What are you gonna do?
So, all right. First things first. One guiding bolt. Bite at it.
Do it.
14 to hit.
It has to make a, what is it? Is it an attack? 14?
Yes, an attack.
AC 15, so that's a miss. Does not hit.
Alright. Next thing, go grab the spiritual weapon. Hammer is gonna smack him from behind.
Okay, do it.
Another 14. Wow.
It's a miss, dude. This dog is
Yeah.
like surrounded by people and is like turned into Jason Bourne. He's like backflipping off of you guys as it dodges. It's pretty impressive. Like, if it wasn't a demonic hellhound, you would be very impressed.
Looks dangerous, so I'm gonna step a little bit further away.
Okay.
Yep. And that's it.
And that's the end of the turn. Back to the top of the turn order. Gerald, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm just, gonna stab it with my pokey stick.
All right.
That's not well. Plus the D4 roll. That's still in effect, right?
Yeah, but it would still miss because you have to get a 50. Oh, hold on. Oh, you're not blessed. Yes, never mind. Yeah, so again, it would still miss. It's a AC 15, so you wouldn't get it even with a D4. Anything else you're doing?
See, I don't think I can cast a spell as a free action, so
Nope.
should have gone with my gut. But oh well.
All right, Sarah, you're up.
I'm gonna try hitting it with an Eldritch Blast.
Do it. I'll just blast it up. The blast shoots through the party between over the dog between Matcha's legs and sort of smacks right next to Dalen's ear, right on the side of the building. It's this green bolt of
Isn't
blast.
bad. I want to make this thing my pet now.
Just,
Brilliant pupper ever.
It's so clutch.
he just flies past you. All right. Anything else, Sarah?
That's all.
All right.
I'm gonna slowly put my down, sorry.
Mare, you're up.
There's only one thing she can do. Whack it with a stick.
All right, roll damage.
23.
She hits it with the stick.
12.
All right, how you gonna do
Nice.
this?
I am just gonna I'm no finesse whatsoever. Straight for the head. I'm done.
Okay, so the dog is now panting. It has been dodging non-stop, attack after attack. It backflips, it dodges, and Eldritch Blast flies under. This thing is fucking all over the place. And you see an opportunity and you go in with your staff and you just catch it right when its mouth opens and jab your staff sort of down its throat and twist up, and its just head knocks back and you hear a loud crunch and it just goes limp. And you guys are
Just finally.
and you guys are out of initiative.
Oh, thank God.
She also absorbs the hit point, the temp points from that kill. Not that it's gonna do much for her, but she does it.
Okay.
Okay.
So now
So
it's I would say it's about 3 a.m. You're in the alley. You guys sort of look around and there are people, all the lights in all the buildings around are now lit up. There are people, you notice now that sort of you guys are paying attention, there are people kind of looking at you.
Can I scavenge the hellhound's body?
Yeah, make an
I wanna
investigation
skin the
check.
dog.
10. So, I mean, it's just a dead body. You don't really find too much on the hellhound. You do notice that the symbols have stopped smoking. The ones that were
Aw.
sort of
Okay.
on the dead priest and on the guy.
There's no
Can
gold pouch hanging from their collar.
No, there's no they don't have a magical gold testicle pouch or anything special. It's just
I can't
Okay,
take care.
can I skin for their pelts?
yeah, you can. Sure, absolutely. You can make me a roll for it. I don't
Medicine.
yeah, make a medicine check. Make a medicine check. Yeah.
A medicine? Okay, I thought this would have been survival.
Oh, I guess yeah, you can make a survival check. Yeah, that's fine. Like as a survivalist, yeah, absolutely.
Nope.
No.
I mean, you've never skinned a hellhound, and half of its sort of body is still on fire. So you just don't know how to do it, and you sort of fumble through and burn yourself a bit, and sort of slice through, and you kind of just ruin it. Now it's just sort of a piece of.
Go for the other dog?
Yeah, make another check.
Can we
Can
get
I cast-
Buckles to go get dressed?
Can I cast guidance on him?
Too late.
Yep, you're right.
But you could have. So the second one, doesn't really. You're having trouble. Dylan steps in. It's like, no, this is with the hellhound. You gotta go in from like here, and you guys sort of work together, and you skin the hound. The flames have extinguished, but you manage to get one hide of a hellhound working together.
All right. Does it do anything like uniquely, or is it just like a regular pelt now?
It is a pelt of a hellhound. You can add that to your inventory. It's smoldering now. It's pretty hot to the touch. Like even though it's dead, it's definitely, this thing was hot as all hell, but it's cooled down a little bit, so it's still pretty warm though.
Maybe we give it to Buckles for a hot second to get back into the inn.
As a towel.
Yeah, I think he's in need of a towel right now.
A bloody towel.
Have you never seen a naked dwarf before?
No, I have not, sir. It is,
You're welcome.
Yes.
Oh my god, it stitched the hairs.
There's nothing elegant about that.
How dare you? I just no shame. I waved to the people looking at us from the buildings.
I cover my face and I
With
start
his
walking
hand
in
and
like.
his number.
So the couple that are kind of looking at you are kind of like give you guys like a random thumbs up, like the random fire dogs are dead, so they're kind of happy about that. But there's a naked dwarf. Like
Maybe we should bring the cultist and these hellhounds to that
They're
city
gone.
guard. What was his name? Jeff?
Juth?
so.
Wait,
Sure, I thought it was Jeff.
Are the cultist bodies still around?
So the one upstairs, you guys could go check. The one down here is still there. It hasn't disappeared, but the hellhound crawled out of it. So it's kind of, sort of, like alien style stomach exploded. But it crawled out of its like rib cage. So it's like
Can I head to the street and see if I can spot like a guard or something? Because I'd like to think the commotion probably would have.
So at this point, the guards are sort of running in. There's you recognize your good friend Jeff. No, his name's not Jeff.
Can I go through
Juth.
his pockets?
Yeah, so
I've
guys,
gone through his pockets, technically.
you guys did go through them already.
Yeah.
But outside of the medallion and the poison pill, or the pill, let's say, we don't know if it's poison, that Mary has. So Mary, we put that in your inventory. You have a purple pill.
I have a purple pill.
You have a purple pill.
Pass it over. I can test it.
Yeah, actually, here you go.
Make a medicine check on it. Absolutely.
Yeah. So. 5 + 7 herbalism kit. I'll do it with advantage.
Yeah.
You.
All right. So you find that this is actually you recognize this as what looks to be sort of a it is what you recognize as being assassin's blood is the name of the poison. It's a strong poison, pretty valuable, that if ingested will do a decent amount of damage to somebody.
Yeah, it's poison. I wouldn't swallow this, guys. I lick it. So,
I pull it back like really quickly. I like snatch it like with such dexterous moves. It's like
no, there you go.
it's back in her hands real quick. You're like, what? You don't even realize it. The little like halfling like sort of like jumped up 2 feet in the air, like grabbed it, and then landed back on her feet again.
I'll keep this safe, and I tuck it in my jacket pocket.
So you have an assassin's.
Maybe we should go and just show this all to the city guard. You know.
So the guard has shown
Oh,
up.
they're here.
The guard has shown up here. You see Juth come up as this is going on. Juth, the captain of the guard for the area, walks up to you. He's wearing like a coat. He's not wearing full armor like you saw him last time. It looks like he threw something on as soon as he heard a commotion. He goes,
Friendo.
What's happening here? What is this? He looks down at the hellhound, and
that Buckholz is naked, but
Why does everyone keep saying that?
Why are you paying attention to him? He's undercover, wasn't he?
Would you just please go to your room and get dressed for everyone here?
I didn't have time to put my armor on. There was dogs.
I'll cover him with the hellhound belt.
Oh, swarm.
Wait, that's my pelt.
You sure you want it?
I don't know, because that part is not. I can wash it.
So you slap together.
We have bigger problems here, and I think it's those hellhounds.
There's just dogs popping out of people's stomachs. Ribs.
Speaking of bigger, I'm gonna look over at the gigantic Goliath. I'm gonna like tower over her knees. I'm just gonna be like, "This is a good look for you."
Yeah. So Juice
like
does look up at you and goes, "I remember you being smaller."
That's a weird thing to say.
Yeah.
No, I was always this big.
Yeah, she's been like this for as long as I've known her. Let's see what she's
Okay.
talking
Okay.
How long does a large last?
Just a minute. So as we're getting near the end, I'm gonna just kind of clap my hands, and she's gonna slowly go back to normal size.
So as Buck claps his hands, Nala starts to shrink down slowly to regular size, and everyone the guards look up and they don't really comprehend what's going on, but they're kind of just going with it at this point because there's dead, bloody all over the place.
I think someone wants us dead. Just saying. And I'm used to that shit, so it might be weird for them. But
Well, thank you for this. If we can find out where these guys must be in the city somewhere for them to have seen you that quickly after you arrived. So be safe. I'll put the word out, but somebody knows you're in town.
I'd like to run back.
You're cutting out a bit, Saren.
Oh.
Your dog is not cutting out, but you are cutting out.
It's the hellhound.
He's back.
He wild
The
shape.
hell puppy.
Still didn't catch anything you said, Saren, if you did.
Oh. I'd like to run back to my room.
Okay. Cool. So Judith sort of dismisses you. You're going back up to your room like right now, so you head off to your room. Judith sort of waves you guys off and says, "I'll handle this. Get some rest. I'll station guards out here in the alley tonight to make sure nothing else happens. And we'll see how I can find in regards to who these men were. And I'll let you guys know."
To help the inn lady out with her window. That was the hellhounds, and I kind of feel bad about it.
Well, we don't typically pay for damages ensued, but I will mention it to her that it wasn't your fault.
Oh, thank you. That's something at least.
Saren, you head up to your room. Everyone else, you guys, the guards are sort of taking it over. You see more and more guards coming up. They're sort of setting up a perimeter. They're trying to keep people out there. They sort of escort you around this side of the inn back to the front where you can sort of go back up to your rooms.
Is the captive still up there?
You make your way back up to the room. Now, he wasn't the captive. The one upstairs was the one that took the poison pill. But yes,
Alright.
he is in the room lying dead still.
Awkward.
They didn't get anything out of the bags, did they? They didn't have anything in their hands.
It doesn't look like it. It looks like you interrupted them before they could do it. You would have found something on them had they taken something. And they didn't. So you must have interrupted them before they had a chance to do anything, from what you could tell, because they definitely didn't have it on you when you searched them.
I'd like to rush my bag.
Robot.
Beep boop boop beep.
You definitely sound like a robot. Sarah, if you want to type it in chat, maybe just because we're closing off shortly, but you're definitely cutting out hard. Now we get to grace us with your presence. Your camera just turned on, Nathan.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Oh, I've
Oh.
been seeing it as on for the
Yeah.
whole time.
Oh, it just turned on for me.
Good timing.
Good timing. All right. Anybody else doing anything before the night?
I'm just going back
Yeah.
to sleep. I feel like it's
Just-
been done.
Yep, I'm just gonna go crawl to my room. Just make my way back to my room through the window.
Okay. Sounds good. No worries. Saren, you're typing something. Saren's going back up to his room.
I'm asking the inn lady if she provides baths, and then I'm gonna go sleep after that.
There is a central sort of like shared bathroom / like a big like barrel tub. You could you ask her to heat up some water, and she's now she's awake. Everyone seems to be awake, and she says sure. She'll send up some water for you. And she goes, "Don't worry about the window. I'd like to deduct it from. I'll deduct it from your fees for your performance. It's that's okay. Shouldn't be more than a couple gold. Don't worry about it."
Okay.
Sarah, you get back up to your room. Look through your bags. They definitely look like they were looking for something. They sort of dumped out stuff, and didn't realize that you had so much stuff in there. You don't notice anything missing. But it definitely looks like they were in a hurry, trying to be quiet. For sure. Anybody doing anything else before you guys head off back to sleep? Because it is sort of like it's 3 a.m. and you guys are all groggy and half hungover. Nothing else?
Wait till morning.
I'm good.
Perfect.
I'm
Sarah's
picking
typing.
up my armor and heading to sleep.
Sarah, you can still hear us okay, I assume? Oh, wait. Your mic seems to be coming back. Okay, Sarah's going back to bed. So that's where we're going to end it for tonight, everybody. So, good episode. Dalen, welcome. That was good fun.
Yeah, welcome, dude.
Thanks, guys. It was awesome.
I think it was a good time, so we'll continue same time, same place next week. I'll stop the stream
Are
soon.
we getting any kind of short or long rest, by the way, at the end of this?
So you guys can try for your long rest. So you have a long rest by the time you wake up tomorrow morning. At this point.
Okay.
I'm just gonna put my chi back up now. before-
Yeah. So pretty much, I assume that now you have guards outside. You will get through the rest of your long rest. You have another 4 hours to make through it. So unless you're doing something else before you go to bed, you'll be good.
Cool.
Okay. So thanks everybody. Thanks everybody who watched. That was good fun.
Thank you, Mr. DM.
Yes, thank you.
Yes,
Thank you, DM.
It'll be good. It'll be good.
Yeah.
And I'll see you guys all next week.
Right.
And I'll see you guys on Sunday, my place. I'll remember to bring a webcam for you too. No, I mean, too many fucking names. Sorry, Jess. Sorry, Jess. It's like Jess, Larry, and I'm like, oh fuck, I can't remember. Good shit. Awesome, guys. Have a good night.
Awesome.
Bye,
Good night,
all.
everyone.
All right, good night, everybody.
Night.
Night.
Night Nubs, if you're still watching. One fan.
We got 4 streamers that entire time. It's pretty good.
Ooh.